Hey everybody, we're live. How are you? Hello, hello, hello. There we go. Let's see if I can get it done before it goes live. Where's my buttons? Edit privacy and public. There we go. Done. Hi everybody, my name is. Well, we gotta wait for the last Amiga to show back up.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. She's just pushing it live. I'm Sean Murphy, along with the amazing
Rhonda Bird Parker.
and soon to be here. We're
And Daniela Jukic. I'm almost there. I'm coming. There we go.
Hey, there's Daniela. Hey, everybody. Hey, listen. So, real quick, want to dive right in. Starting something new. First of all, you see how the screen's set up today? I finally figured out how to move people around. Look at where I'm at.
Wait.
So, starting something new. These two young ladies started something new today. They did a live on Instagram. And Rhonda's going through some IG training, and she's realizing we've got some work to do to go serve some more people. Right? That's the business we're in. MLM, me loving more mentors, leading mentors, and moms taking care of moms. Right? So, why did y'all did a little live today? It was your first one. You kind of just jumped right out there. Everybody says, well, just do it. Just go do it. You should do it. You should do it. Now everybody who's done it goes, you should do it. Why? What do you think the delay is that's keeping people from doing what y'all did today?
You want to go or you want me to?
I mean, it don't matter. I think we both
Go
felt
for
the
it.
same way before we got on there.
Well, they asked what the title
fact.
was, and I told them what the title was. Just like while the countdown's going, I go, okay, so here's what the title is, and they're like, what? So go for it. Just do it. Just say the good stuff.
Are we
So
keeping,
crazy.
are we keeping
Go
the bad
for it.
stuff out of it? Well, I mean, Rhonda, we definitely had a small mastermind before we even wanted to go and do the live, and there was a lot of emotions going on. And before we even decided the fact that this is what we wanted to do, we felt scared. There was that holding back, and like there was some anxiety there for a minute. But the moment, like Sean says, lights, camera, action, and we were just like,
Yep.
we went off. And I absolutely love that. Yes, it took a little bit of encouragement. It took a little bit me holding your hand and you holding my hand. But it felt amazing just to be on there. So that's why it's like, just do it, because the outcome of it. And then seeing in the back of the house, being able to see the insights of it, and like how people are actually sharing your stuff and they're getting content from it and they're getting value from it. And you're just in there like, why didn't we do this before?
Yeah.
Like, what were we waiting for?
I don't know what we were waiting for. And I'm glad I don't know what we're waiting for, because I don't want to dwell on what we were waiting for. I just want to dwell in the fact that we did it and we're here. I know for me, so this is a big ego moment. I don't even know if I should say this on here. I probably should wait and do a podcast. I know for me, I'm a huge competitor, but you have to stir my competitive nature a very particular way. But because of that competitive nature, there's a big, huge part of me that's scared to fail, because I didn't fail. When I was competing in anything, especially sports, I just worked hard enough to be good at it. And I did. And there was no other choice. So learning to take that same attitude with this, I think, is what happened today for me. I'm okay, let's go. We masterminded, we practiced, so to speak. We practiced, we laid it out, we got ourselves comfortable. And I honestly feel there is a lot of people out there. I know it's a lot of moms, but I think men and women moms, non-moms, guys, dads, singles, whatever. I think there's a lot of people that I think they're ready to see some just average, and we're not average, but you know what I mean. The
We're
typical
special.
person, we are special. The typical person make it happen. So what we're going to do is, the reason why we just did it is we're going to give people the behind the scenes look and what it feels like and sounds like to go through the angst, the, if you want to call it stress, the concern, the going up this roller coaster hill and then throwing our hands in the air and riding it down. We're going to just say, here, come along with us. And whether you join us, I hate to say it like that, whether you want to go and build a business like we're building, I don't care. It's probably not right for you. So you probably don't need to do it. But you can at least watch the journey and watch the crazy. Because I'm going to tell you right now, if anything, this right here will probably be comic relief for you daily. Probably in moments where I don't want to be. But it's time for moms to show up for other moms. And I'm not a Stepford wife. I never have been. I never will be. I have friends that are pretty close to it, and I think it's freaking amazing. But I'll never be that perfect. I'll never fit in that perfect mold. I'll never fit in that, have the perfect, unless somebody styles me, the perfect dress and hair. And that's just not who I am. And most moms aren't. And I think it's time to just do it. And so we're going to. So it might be a little scary, but here we go. That's what we did today. Yep.
I love the fact that you mentioned that you're not a Stepford wife. Because I'm like thinking in my head, not even remotely close. And when you said if I had somebody to dress me and do my makeup and my hair, it would be perfect. But then that's not me. If I came on here, you guys, with my hair and everything's perfectly done, it probably took me like 6 hours to do it. 2, there's probably an event that's going on that I need to show up for. Other than that, it's ponytail and t-shirts.
Yeah.
And still making it work.
And if we're doing it from home, it might even be without a bra. I'm not going to lie.
Sometimes,
I'm not going to lie. The sisters might just show up and enjoy the podcast with us. I'm just sorry, Sean. You probably don't have pants on, so I don't want to hear it, buddy.
Half the time.
Don't show us. Sit down. He just did that. Oh my gosh. My eyes. And then he leaves. So yeah, so we just did it. And it didn't happen just overnight. The just doing it did. The just doing it happened in about an hour and a half. But leading up to this, it's been
a journey.
us getting out of the way. And it's crazy. Y'all need to go watch that live because Daniela pushed it to her IGTV. And if I can get my equipment to work right, I'll snag it and try to post it on my social media somewhere, but I can't right now. God has slammed 2 most unlikely people together and said, here, y'all go. It'll be fun to watch. Everybody come watch this. Look what I put together. Because I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know how it's going to happen, but this is what I know. Both myself and Daniela are determined. And Sean literally just gets caught in the middle. See, it's perfect. You put yourself in the middle, Sean. So how's that for some answers there, Pantsless? We can't hear you.
Muted.
My pants were covering up my mic.
Where exactly is your mic?
And there we go. That's what happens when you get East Texas. You buy your books and buy your books. So part of this is that it's important that you find some folks that are going to push you a little bit. Because right now we need some, and not push you down, push you up.
That's
Push
right.
Right? Sometimes we're even sometimes we're too tired for a hand up. We need to be able to help ourselves to have a little bit more. Is there something that I'm not seeing happening?
You said you need somebody to push up. I said we're like the new Victoria's Secret for humans.
Wow.
Sean needed a push-up bra, and God delivered. Here you go.
What's it?
Sean's never going to be seen with us on social media again. We're going to like ruin his ratings and everything. Everyone's going to quit following him.
He's gonna be remembered. You remember him, Sean? You know, crazy women next to him. Do you?
I just love the fact that I will be known now as a
to go get the tips of my hair dyed gold. So I'll be back. Oh my God.
this conversation.
Yeah. So Christine, yes, it is too funny. It's even funnier than too funny. So
It's even funnier to think us as a push-up bra. I'm just saying. Okay, I'll shut up. Hey, he's got pants on, y'all. He's got pants on. Look at that.
save me.
So, oh. Okay, you can come back. We'll be good. We'll play nice.
I promise. I'll stop.
Yep.
So you started this. You're going to be doing your podcast. So Kyle Wilson says all the time, when you make, and Jim Rohn said this, you make one good decision, you wind up with 10 more good decisions to make. You now understand what that means. You can't. It's impossible to tell anybody what to expect until they do it. Kyle talks to me all the time. He goes, I can have conversations with you now about the wheel because you put the Secret Sauce Academy in place. You've had over 130 people sign up for your program. I now understand what it is, follow up, and you set one thing in place and you're like, oh my gosh. And then you got to set 10 more things in place. And then those 10 things, it's just, because now that you're going to do a podcast, you wrote down, you asked somebody said anchor is a pretty good thing. All that being said is that all I'm going to suggest to anybody who's watching, and I say this with love, if they can do it, you can do it.
Okay, you got a point. You got a point. I'm not going to lie. You got a point.
If I can do it,
right.
they can do it. And if they can do it, you can do it.
I think that's one of the things I like the most, Sean, is for the longest, I had this block that I would never be able to do something like this. Although deep down inside, I knew I could. But for some reason, there was this internal struggle back and forth of, I can't do that. But then there was the true Rhonda down inside going, girl, yeah, you can. Put your big girl panties on and let's roll. So I think one of the things that excites me the most about us doing a podcast together is Daniela and I, if you keep us on the air long enough, we can't help but be ourselves. And it's just...
The fancy wears off quick.
It does. It does. But that's good.
Well, they shouldn't have started with fancy, right? That's what we're all saying. I used to try, hi, everybody, it's Sean Murphy. It's like, who, what? Whatever it takes. Or I thought you were just passing gas. Yeah, go ahead, push up, bro. Let's see how you like it.
At least we keep the ladies up.
And there you go.
No, but that's what makes, here. If I would have had somebody that I could have watched do what me and you are going to do, have them go through the journey with us. Hi, Philip. Go through the journey with us and see the back end of it, see some of the things that we go through and see some of the, hi Karen, see some of the things that like are happening and not just see the end result.
Right.
Because a lot of the people that I see through my social media, through that people talk to me about, all I'm seeing is the end result.
Mm-hmm.
Do you kind of does that make sense?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I do the same thing. You see, because you see these people and they're doing what you're beginning to do, but they're 9 years ahead of us. They're
Right.
6 years ahead of us. They're 4 or 5 years ahead of us. And it's challenging to see that. So that's a whole nother drive inside of me whenever we were talking this mastermind is, why don't we take people on the journey now? And they can see 2 people getting started walking into their purpose. Because as much as we're going to want to be able to tell people about this, we will always be able to tell our story. We'll get better and better at that, but we'll never be able to tell it like it will be live. Mm-hmm. And if we're recording it, they can go see that, or we can pull it up at an event and go, no, really, listen, you got to see this.
No, you got to.
Yeah.
You've got to listen to the first one.
So that's why I like it. So I'm super excited.
Me too.
Ooh, I got to turn my volume down.
Yep.
I'm even doing some of that now where I'm going back trying to find some old photos of when I began, because nobody told me you should be recording this. Right? Old photos of me the first time. I wish somebody would have taken a picture of me the first time, like from the back, when I got sick the first time before I went on stage. Just standing there getting ready to get on the steps. Well, okay, there, got rid of the butterflies.
You ate butterflies?
I ate butterflies. Then shoot them up. But this is what happens, and nobody really knows, and they see you on stage. Well, you've stood on stage in 30 countries, been translated into 40 languages. You're a 3-time Amazon best-selling book author, and all of this stuff. And it's like, yeah, but we all started at the beginning. You're not born this way. You're made, and people love to go on the journey, right? That's where the book is over there. Joseph Campbell's A Hero's Journey. That's what everybody needs to go on. And they're getting to watch you guys from the very beginning. So I think it's pretty cool.
I do too. Thank you. What's Gary saying? I'm considering a mental health course. Ooh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Go for it.
That would be powerful.
We're going to be more like a mental health train wreck probably on our podcast. But you're welcome to listen. You might learn everything you don't need to do. And then we'll sprinkle in but this is how we fixed that, or this is how that helped us, or this is how we learned from it. So I don't know. The lessons in the journey always is. God taught me that going through severe sickness and almost losing my life. And what do you say? I mean, take a look at me. Yeah, take a look at her. Look at Daniela. But he always taught me the lessons in the journey. And the destination is just a place to catch your breath and get rejuvenated for the next journey. So it's the lessons in the journey. Who knows what we're going to learn? It's going to be fun, and y'all get to learn with us. So here's the beauty. Oh, listen to this. This is what just hit me. Here's the beauty. You won't even have to go through what we're going through if you're wise enough to follow the podcast and listen. You'll gain the wisdom and the lesson without having to even take the journey.
Mm-hmm.
How about that right there? Where's my bag of potato chips? Because I am all that in a bag of potato chips with that statement. What you saying, Sean?
But won't they still have to take the journey?
With us,
yes.
Absolutely.
But journey of 1,000 miles starts with what?
The first mile.
The first step. So they get to see you, they get to do that, and they get to understand it. They also still have to step into their own fearness.
Right.
And guess what they got? They got some people to go, is that what it really felt like? Because that's what you all said to me afterwards, going,
right.
That was like scary, that was fun, that was this, that was that. And then it's like, what did we say we were going to do? Who said that? Right? And now they got to make some decisions to go figure out when the next thing is. Because listen, social media, as we all know, is not the most forgiving medium.
No.
And so when you decide you're going to do something, you gotta go do it, right? Because the channel's real easy to switch.
Mhm.
So any last words before we let you beginning podcasters go, right?
Sounds so official.
Mm,
But world
mm,
wide.
mm, 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 mm.
It's a good thing she's in her car. See, Sean, you got to get good with the music. So as soon as she starts doing that, you got to play some crazy song, and then she'll be over there dancing to that crazy song. Just a thought.
So last word. So you got started. Today was day one. You're on a journey. There's been some amazing things. There's lots of day ones that have been happening for all of us. And so this day one, how would you inspire somebody? What would you say to somebody who's looking at this tonight or tomorrow to begin their day one? What would you tell them that once they did it, how would you describe the feeling that once the first one's in the can?
For me, it's what I said just a minute ago. It was, we got in the line to ride the roller coaster, the really, really scary, fast one, the super tall one. And we talked about riding the roller coaster. We talked about, and then we got to the freaking front of the line, and the roller coaster came up, and all the people exited off the other side, and a seat was open in front of us. And the little attendant said, "Hey, y'all get the front one." And Danielle and I both went, "Okay." And we got in there, and we sat down, and we got that little bar, and it went click, 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 click. And it probably was enough for her to fall out of because I'm bigger than her. But anyway, the bar came up against our laps and it clicked down. And I went, I never rode in the front of a roller coaster, Daniela. And she goes, me either. I'm like, what are we doing? She goes, I don't know, but let's go. And we did. And so to me, it was a roller coaster, and we felt the heel going, turning on the live. And you click, 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 and you're like, oh, I don't know how, okay. And then we got to the top, there's no turning back. You can't get off. And the first hill, we held on to the bar. And then as the conversation went, and we went back and up the next hill, as soon as we got to the top of the next hill, I think we were to this point. I was screaming. I was like, let's do this. If we're going to do it, I don't halfway anything. Yeah, I don't halfway anything. So that's how it felt to me. Enough of adrenaline rush to be jonesing for it to happen again. So, what about you, girl?
I want to agree, and then I want to just add to the fact that it was almost like a first date kind of feeling, like that anxious feeling, like you don't even know what's about to happen, but you're just gonna go, and you don't know who's on the other,
yeah,
you're about to enter crazy or you're about to enter normal. And that's how I felt today. Like, are we about to, I don't know how this is gonna go, what subjects are gonna pop up, what's going to come out of my mouth, because I got to censor myself. You're on social media. They're not going to let us post it. So I was like, but I'm excited for the podcast, because you know what? If it comes out of my mouth on the podcast, it comes out. I can't help it.
Yeah. Going to get a little bit of raw East Texas and Bosnia.
Yep.
So
well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to hear more about these amazing ladies, you can join us on the morning show I do every morning, 6:30 a.m. Dallas time, the Daily Awakening Sean. It's the Daily Awakening Show. We go for about an hour. We have some conversations. I do some trainings, do some teachings, do some things that other people are charging for. I give them away. Why? Because you deserve to have the best. I don't know if I'm the best, but you deserve your best. So I'm Sean Murphy, along with
Rhonda Bird Parker
and Daniela Dukic.
And it's only been 75 times, and they haven't figured it out yet. So I love y'all. I'm Sean Murphy. I'll see y'all where?
At the next event. Okay. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Rhonda or Danielle or whatever. Bye, y'all.